Hi guys, welcome to our weekly Premier League predictions. We had our Game Week 7 predictions done and dusted. This is Game Week 8 and we welcome you. My name is Dime and I'm with
Vicky.
Yes, Vicky is with me. She's going to dive in straight into it to tell you how we did last week. Vicky, how did we do last week?
So for Game Week 7,
yes,
we didn't get any correct scores.
Okay.
But you got 7 results and I got 4 correct results.
That's not bad. 70% results. Well, that is a pass mark.
Yeah.
In the school I went to, that's a pass mark. But we are going to do better this weekend.
Course.
This is Game Week 8 of the English Premier League. We are back from the international break, and you know how it is. There is a Super Sunday game where the two big teams rather will be locking horns as they play this weekend.
That I believe that Liverpool and Chelsea.
Yes, Liverpool and Chelsea. That's one of the games I'm looking forward to seeing this weekend. But we'll dive right into the predictions. But before I go into that, let me remind you that if you're not subscribing to our channel, kindly click the subscribe button. This is the only little way you can support the channel. Kindly subscribe, click the notification button so that whenever we drop our videos, you can get notified. And also don't forget to like this video and leave a comment. So we go straight right into it. Our first game for the weekend.
We have Tottenham, West Ham.
So Tottenham to win this one by 2-1.
Okay, so for me, yes, it's Tottenham to win 3-1.
Yeah, I feel Tottenham will learn from their lessons they had against Brighton.
Yes.
They were leading 2-0.
The coach, he wasn't happy at all because
he
couldn't imagine how they could have just thrown away a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, which was peculiar with Everton before, but now it's like Tottenham has taken the beating.
No, it's just one time.
It's just one time. Okay, we are expecting Tottenham to learn from their mistakes and possibly win this one against West Ham. Yeah.
Especially since they are home.
Yeah, since they are at home. So we go to the next one.
And we have Manchester United, Brentford. Manchester
United 1, Brentford 1.
Manchester United 2, Brentford 1. We understand that they've been
a strong understanding here.
They've actually been under fire for a while
to win
games. And right now, like before the international break, we understand that there was also a meeting with the executives, and I'm sure that Ten Hag must have had a lot. So I'm sure right now is going to put in a lot to make sure that they win this game at Old Trafford.
Unfortunately, playing Bradford at this time, I think it's not a good one for Manchester United. Bradford is quite formidable, solid in the defense, and they've been able to get quick goals in like 2 games, scoring before the 2-minute mark. And I think Manchester United defense, if they are not careful, will concede early also. So I don't think Manchester United would have a run on the park in this one. I feel it's going to be a draw game, still 1-1.
I still stick with 2-1.
Okay.
So the next game we have Newcastle, Brighton.
Newcastle 1, Brighton 2.
Newcastle 2, Brighton 2.
Okay. Yeah, reasonable for a draw in this game because Brighton did the unbelievable by coming from behind to beat Tottenham. Newcastle have not really been
the best.
Yeah, they've not been formidable. You don't know which Newcastle team will turn up every weekend because they've not had Isak, their main striker, playing because he has been injured for a while. I feel Brighton are more. I tilt towards them because they look more solid. They look like they have a lot of goals in them, and I feel that this game, though play at the St. James's Park, I still feel Brighton is going to win this one by 2-1.
Okay, so I will stick with a draw because yes, Tottenham, they were able to get the win, the comeback against Tottenham.
Yeah.
But Brighton has actually reduced in their, would I say, fire or whatever.
Yeah, their performance
recently. So, and Newcastle is at home, obviously, at St. James Park. You don't expect them to just trade away like that.
Sure. True. The next one is Fulham, Aston Villa.
No, there are some games that if it was that we're just this thing, you'd be like, skip. Because you don't want to put yourself in that tight corner. But I'll still give it Aston Villa to win 2-1.
I'll give it Aston Villa to win by 3-1. I feel the game is going to be a tight game, and Aston Villa are on the high right now. They look like they're unbeatable, but they can be beaten, but they look very strong. And their striker, who always comes from the bench, Duran, has extended his contract with the club. It will be a hard game for Fulham. Fulham might trouble them, but I see Aston Villa getting the win 3-1.
Okay, same thing, but then I don't think that the games might be so much, because watching the game against Manchester United, they were not as strong as I expected against Manchester United, because if they had come out the way they played against Arsenal, against Manchester United, I don't think Manchester United would have even gotten away with the draw.
Okay.
And then Fulham have also been quite consistent over the past 2-3 games that they've played. So I feel like they're going to come up competitive, but I still give it to Aston Villa being the stronger team.
Okay, we'll go to the next one.
Game.
Yeah.
Is Southampton, Leicester.
Southampton 2, Leicester 1.
Okay. Leicester 1, Southampton 0.
The truth is that if you have actually watched Southampton play this season, you will know that they've not actually been a bad team.
Yes.
The problem is they've not been able to get their goals
in the net.
Get the balls in the net,
yes.
Get goals in their games. But all around, what they've done this season, watching them, they've been very solid, but they've not been able to get any point. I feel this is where they are going to get their first point this season at home, playing Leicester, coming from the international break. I'm expecting that most of their players stayed back during the international break. Not many of them might be playing for their national team, so they might have gotten more rest and also train again to get the team going, to know how they'll actually put the ball at the back of the net. So I feel Southampton will get their first win this weekend by winning by 2-1.
Okay, so yes, Southampton have been actually playing, but it's more of a lot of activity and no result, because they've not been clinical, not able to net the ball. And Leicester, if the Leicester that played against Arsenal comes into this game, I don't think Southampton is actually going to stand a chance.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go on to the next one. Ipswich will be taking on Everton. Ipswich, Everton.
Ipswich, Everton. Giving it to Everton to win 2-1.
2-1. Okay, I'm going to go Everton to win 1-0. I think Everton are a bit on the high right now. Ipswich have been able to get good amount of draws this season. Trying so hard not to get beat whenever they can. Just make sure they draw the game, which can help them later at the end of the season. Because they've been able to gather some points here and there. So for me, I think Everton is going to snatch this one at Ipswich by 1-0.
Okay. So for me, I feel like, yes, Ipswich has been gathering a lot of points and all of that. And I just feel Everton's defense is still loose.
Questionable.
Yes, that's the reason I'm still saying Ipswich to score 1. And we know that Ipswich has a way of just going patata and getting that early goal and keeping the game. So, and I'm hoping that Everton wouldn't throw away a lead at this time.
Okay.
So the next game we have Bournemouth, Arsenal.
Wow, Arsenal 1-1. Let me just go that way. I think it's going to be 1-1.
I'm going to give it to 2-0.
2-0 to Arsenal.
Yeah. We understand that some of their players must have gone to represent their
the
national teams. And then Saka is probably injured. We hope that we'll get him back
very
on the pitch as soon as possible. We are also hoping that Odegaard will be back because he was supposed to be back after the international break, so we're hoping for news that he's going to be back. But regardless, I think they still have Havertz and they still have Martinelli, who still manages Trossard, Rice. So I still feel like they stand a better chance to win this compared to Bournemouth.
Well, Bournemouth, if they win the game, is a plus. If they lose the game, is expected. So I feel that to them, they might just go out there and play their hearts out. Arsenal having injury worries, the team will be back from international break, and most of them might be fatigued and jet lag. All those things might set in. They'll have to get into synchronization again to know how to bring out the result this weekend. So it's going to be this game will be more difficult than the game they will play next because they were not all around. Some of them just came back. So I'm going to go with 1-1 Bournemouth versus Arsenal.
Okay, 1-1 for you. And the next game we have, which is the first game on Sunday.
Yes.
Is Wolves and Man City.
Man City 3, Wolves 1.
Okay. Man City 4, Wolves 2.
Yes, Wolverhampton Wanderers have been bad when they are playing at the Millennium Stadium.
Bad feels like an understatement.
They've been really bad at home, conceding a lot of goals, and I think playing Man City at this time, it's not really a good time. The only good thing they might be having on their side, on their part, is that Manchester City players are coming back from the international break. So that might be the only favor on their side. But on a level playing ground, I think Manchester City is going to beat them.
Yeah, and one thing I know is both ends have very loose defense.
Yes.
And that's why I feel like there are going to be a lot of goals because Man City would be trying to outscore and Wolves seem not to be able to defend to save their lives at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going for the 4-2.
Okay.
So then the Super Sunday game we are looking forward to.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Chelsea.
Liverpool 1, Chelsea 2.
Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0.
Well, some person will look at my prediction and said, where are you guys getting this prediction? Where are you thinking? You are being partial here, you are being partial here. But sincerely, I think Chelsea defense is their greatest undoing right now. And I'm just hoping that will be sorted out playing Liverpool. Liverpool have been very good defensively. Offensively, I don't think they've been that fantastic. Yes, they've been getting goals, but I don't think they've been that fantastic. Salah has not been fantastic this season. The only person I could actually give heads and shoulders in his performance is probably Luis Diaz, who has been carrying the team very, very well. So it will be played at Anfield, and Liverpool has lost at Anfield this season to Nottingham Forest by 1-0. So I feel if Chelsea can just play their game, they create a lot of chances having Cole Palmer in that team. They just create too many chances. And I think if same old happened for them, that is creating a lot of chances, I think they will outscore Liverpool, as Liverpool has not been very much clinical this season.
Okay. So, yeah, I agree with you saying Liverpool has not been very offensive. They've been more... But the defense is actually good.
Yeah.
And this is Anfield. Yes, they might have lost against Nottingham Forest, 1-0 at Anfield. But I don't think Slot will allow the same mistake that happened with Nottingham. Yes. So, and then, this is Chelsea. With Nottingham Forest, they must have underestimated Nottingham Forest. But knowing very well that they are playing a big team, they would they would come out and give in their best. And let's not forget that you mentioned Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer too he just played for England.
In international break.
Yeah, so there's also jet lag there and fatigue and the like. So it's going to be a very difficult game. At worst, it's probably going to be a draw, but I don't think that Liverpool is going to lose at Anfield in this game.
No problem. We shall wait and see.
So, and then the final game of the weekend, we have Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace.
Forest 2, Crystal Palace 1.
Okay. Forest 1, Crystal Palace 0.
Well, I think it will not be so tight. There will be goals in this game, looking at the fact that the two teams are almost equally balanced. Nottingham Forest might put up a strong defense against bigger teams and try to play them on the counter the way they played Chelsea. But I don't think they will do that against Crystal Palace. They will want to play more. They feel that Crystal Palace are on the same level as them. There's no point defending Crystal Palace. So in that case, Crystal Palace can get 1 or 2 goals and they might outscore them. So for me, I'm going to go Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 2.
Okay, so I stick with my 1-0. And if you check even their head-to-head, like the 4 last games that they've played against each other, they've not had more than 2 goals.
Okay.
So, and then Nottingham Forest this season has also been very fantastic when it comes to their defense. Once they're able to net in 1 goal, it's almost like that's the end of the game for their opponent, because they're going to frustrate you till you just go back home and tell them, don't worry, just take that point.
Take that point.
So that's it for us.
Okay, so these are our predictions for game week 8. We understand that most of you take dearly to our predictions. We actually go all out to sort out these predictions, from my own part, from her own part. You know, we don't just come out and blab words. We have facts to back all our predictions. And if you know you're not subscribed to the channel, this is the best time to subscribe to the channel. You can also share this video to your friends and family. Come join the community of predictors right here at IMDMA channel. And don't forget to like this video.
So, we always tell you, please comment if you have other predictions, if you have contrary predictions, if you also think that there is something that we said that you have a better argument to, please drop it in the comment section.
We are always open to hearing what you have to say. And for me, my name is Dime.
And I am Vicky.
We say bye. See you next time.